Douglas, and I'm the official brand ambassador of Miss Teen Uganda, Miss Teen Foundation, and I'm a media personality at Gax Media TV, official host 256 Talents, a youth-based TV show. Sorry about that. A youth-based TV show entertainment, and it airs every Saturday. I'm here to be the chairperson of the official launch of Miss Teen Uganda, and I must say we have beautiful people here. We have handsome men here also. It's a language of beauty. You understand? And to all the audience who have joined us, they're all good, looking good like there is no tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming over tonight. I will start by this gentleman here. Introduction. Everyone is smiling. It's happening. So already know. Let's talk.
Hello, I'm Molas Jacob, board member.
Let's talk here.
I'm Atanja Josephine, personas of Miss Teen Uganda.
And you already know Trini Douglas.
I'm Taylor Barbara, Miss Ginger City.
Yes.
Media designer, West manager of Unity International Modeling Agency, the organizer of Miss Ginger, Eastern Uganda, Miss Uganda at large, Eastern.
Oh, okay. Media designer, International Unity. Thank you so much for coming over, and everyone who is sitting on the high table. Sorry about that. Sitting on the high table, and to all the people, the congregation that has joined us tonight, thank you so much for coming over. We are so happy having you here. Miss Teen Uganda has had three several editions, and they have crowned queens from every year. They have crowned teens. They are always here to celebrate the teen child, the girl child between the age of 13 to the age of 20. We celebrate the purpose of a girl child in the world. We want to celebrate their superiority over their inferiority. The complex that is happening in the world, that the girl child is weak. We celebrate their beauty, their confidence, their boldness, and their masculine nature in the world, yeah. And that is the reason as to why today we are here to say the girl child has something to say in the world. The girl child has a reason to stand out. The girl child has a reason to smile. You understand that? That is the reason as to why Miss Teen Uganda is here. I will have a word from the board member of Miss Teen Uganda. I will not speak much. He's here. You're welcome.
Thank you. What I can say is we are embarking on motivating the teens and making them busy around, and pushing them to their limitations and what they can do best so that they can influence others on this platform. And we are also so thankful to Gax Media for partnering with us to enable this event come true. And that's all I can say. Thank you so much.
Board member, Miss Teen Uganda, thank you so much. Then I will talk to the first runners-up, Miss Teen Uganda 2022, acting queen, Miss Teen Ginger City.
I'd love to thank you guys all for coming out through. To the youth out there, I'm calling you all upon to come and contest for Miss Teen Uganda, because it's going to be big and better. We're going Africa. So I would love to call you guys out too. Come and contest. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, a reminder: Miss Teen Uganda has gotten a milestone into its camp. We've joined Miss Teen Africa, and we are celebrating Uganda on an African platform. So if you're a girl child, you're there, and you want to be a superstar on the continent, you've gotten a platform, and that is Miss Teen Uganda. You've gotten yourself a slot to celebrate who you are all over Africa. We're talking about different countries. Talk about Kenya, talk about Tanzania, talk about Rwanda, talk about Kenya, talk about Botswana, South Africa. Very many countries are in this one, and we are here looking for a beautiful person, a beautiful teen that is going to represent Uganda onto that platform to compete with all those beautiful people from other countries. And then I will tell you more, but as of now, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome Miss Teen Ginger City 2023, crowned with all the honors. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I'll start by appreciating everyone who's here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming through. I want to call all the teens out there, come and show the world what you are. Come and get opportunities. Come and become a star. Come and show us what you can do that we cannot do. Just come through. There are a lot of surprises. There are a lot of presents. There is a lot of magic in it. Just come through. Come and join. Come and show us what you can do.
Yeah, sure. and she is Miss Ginger City. Miss Ginger City. I'm sorry about that. Miss Ginger City 2023, and she is the first Miss Ginger City. You know that. So we are very honored to have her here. She's a superstar. She's a flag of Busoga. She's a flag of the biggest district celebrated in Busoga region. She is. She's Barbara, and you look at her and you tell what we're talking about when we talk about beauty. You know what it is, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll not go too much dive into my words. I would like to welcome one of the biggest celebrated events organizer in Eastern Uganda. The events put on his name celebrate who he is. They tell who he is, and is a personality that is standing out and is always coming out whenever we call on him. Thank you so much for always honoring the invitations, and thank you so much for being there for the teens industry. Mistin Foundation, I want to say thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Medi Designer, Unity International. That a word for us.
I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate the organizer of the Mistin Uganda. Thank you very much for organizing this event. And as a event manager of Unity International Modeling Agency, I promise we shall give you the support that you need. I will not repeat my words, but for really, I'll make it. I'll not be like others that you try to give them the invitation, but they didn't honor that invitation.
Yes.
As we and our miss, we shall be there for you. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, that is super nice. I will have questions for the board member. If anyone has a question there in the audience, anyone with a question before we transit to the other side? Anyone with a question about the pageantry? Okay, before we go any further, we have a new face on our table. Can you please introduce yourself to us?
First and foremost, you're all welcome. We are launching Mistin Uganda. Today is 24th. I'm Nessim Batkashak. We are the Miss Pageant of Ginger City 2023. Thank you.
So if you're a teen and you're out there, you're watching us on TV, you're watching us on your cameras, we have beautiful faces in our camp, and I know you wanna dine with them, you wanna shake your shoulders with them, you wanna be a part of them. Just pick your confidence, pick your crew, and come up, apply with us, and make sure you be the next queen of Ginger City. We're talking about the next queen in the teens world. Back to the audience. Any question there?
And if the registration time is limited, how can we prolong the registration time?
Okay, that's an issue if the registration time is limited.
Yeah.
Well, we have very ample. Actually, we have ample time for registration. Well, if it's the case with someone who has not been caught up with time, it's just a call away or letting one of the board members know, or anyone on ground. Since we are going to be providing our contacts, there are people who will be there for any emergency cases. So if you feel like the time hasn't been enough, it's just a matter of communication.
Another question?
Like some of us, our parents doesn't want us to participate, but for us we want to participate. Okay. But like we don't have money to come and work and have the registration. But can't we have registration for free of what of charge? Yeah. Registrations.
Well, okay, I'll answer that. Well, if it's an organization or if it's an initiative that we are planning to make Miss Teens Uganda, the registration, well, there are cases where we shall exempt those who cannot, but then we shall not exempt anyone, because if I come out on air and say that we shall exempt, then even the one who has will always come and say, you know what, I don't have. You get?
Yeah.
Or the one who is capable will always say that, you know what, I'm not capable. So for that,
let's pray to God to provide for you.
I have another solution about that.
For that, let me also give this. For that, you can always come and talk to us. if you don't have, you can always come and talk to us, because we shall have also a committee which shall be able to analyze and take care of that problem or tackle that problem.
What I was talking about is maybe the foundation looking at lobbying from politicians and so on and so forth to help out such cases.
Yeah, lobbying. Yes, we also thought about that, and it's, let's say, it's more of, some people, we look at maybe some sponsorship, but some people always want to remain anonymous. You get some sponsors always want to remain anonymous, so certain matters or certain sponsors shall not always come and just disclose. But then there's always such there's always such room for helping out. If our committee sees that you're fit to be helped, but if our committee sees that you're not fit, then there's no way we can help. But if our committee sees you're fit, then we can always step in and provide, maybe a registration fee for you, or yes.
Okay. Any other question?
What about when someone wants to join but her English is not perfect?
But what?
Her English is not perfect.
We said a person should be linguistic. Linguistic is, a variety of languages. Lusoga, Luganda, Swahili. Yes. But at least if you know English, if you're not able to speak it, you can understand.
Okay. No? That is done. Yeah, sure.
Because like, this is Miss Team Uganda. After Uganda, I've heard that we are going where?
Miss Team Africa.
For really, if you don't understand English, you don't know how to speak English, please excuse us.
Exactly.
Just be brave, be a man, be a gentleman of your word. Be
Let me
clear.
tell this one to the world. If you don't know how to speak English, we are not going to say we're going to limit you.
Even Miss
You
Gija
still
don't
have-
waste your time to come.
You still have room to practice that English. For so long as you can speak those words and people can understand them. It's not about you speaking English with accent. You bring out your English with sweet flow. But so long as you can speak it and we can understand that you're saying something, you're communicating. Because English is not about perfection. Not everyone who speaks English. They say the Northerners are the best English speakers, but they don't have the best accent. So English is about communication. For so long as you can deliver your communication, you can. But for so long as you cannot deliver your communication in English, please, we're sorry. Mr. Uganda, Akulavieko. Let's. Any other question there? Gotcha.
It's like this competition is considered those people who still at school. What about those ones who dropped at school?
Well, the age bracket already answers that. We said from 14 to 20. If you're in school, if you're not in school, the qualifications are, we already talked of being linguistic, English. Actually, English, people have emphasized that you should be knowing English. Either if you can't speak it, you're able to understand either of the two and other languages, so forth. Then also, it should be Ugandan, and it should be aged from 14 to 20.
So in simple terms, school ain't a qualification.
School ain't a qualification.
Yeah, sure. Another question?
My sister has a sounding question.
And those who are kids, will you allow them in?
Things who are mothers.
In simple terms, we're talking about teens who are mothers.
Yeah.
They have all the qualifications.
And their mothers. Well, yeah, I get it. But well, if a teen has really given birth and she is capable, then I would ask myself, why not? If she's capable. But
If you have the ability. Now the issue here is, brand ambassador of Mr. Uganda. Don't get this one wrong. If you were a teen and you've given birth, there are some people who have given birth and they're proud of who they are. You understand? And they don't want to know anything. You understand? But there are some people who have done something and they can come out and inspire. You understand? You can come to Miss Teen and you emerge winner and you give us that experience. You detach people from being that. So in simple terms, if you are a teen mother, a changed teen mother, you are welcome. You understand? But if you're a teen mother who is again enjoying to produce, yeah, sorry.
That's why I said a capable teen mother.
Exactly. If a teen mother is still enjoying to produce, then you cannot inspire people because now you're going to spoil the Abana. Okay. We still have another question there?
Thanks a lot. We have the registration done online and by use of phones.
Yes.
And we have our community outside there who would love to join the competition, but with no phones, and at the same time, they cannot access the application forms by schools.
Yes.
In bracket, we're talking of school dropouts. And then, they would love to join. How do you help these people of the gathering community outside there? Because we have the age of 14 to 20, fine, and they cannot access schools because, for example, you can't pop into GPRA when you're not part of the students of the school. How can we help those people?
We have a plan of designating application forms at different pickup points, like radio stations. At least we know people can pick these forms from radio stations, from those public political offices, like LC ones. You can go and pick your form to the school dropouts and the village people there. And then when you pick this form, of course, we shall direct you where to drop it. Understand? So if you don't have a phone, you don't have a way of reaching us online or digital wise, you have manual ways. You have the radio stations. At least we are going to drop these application forms on those popular radio stations that you have in your areas, and then the LC ones. At least every village is having an LC one. For so long as we realize that that place is having people who are interested but they are unable to reach us. Thank you. Question still?
Question 2. The most English influencers we have in Uganda are not literate to that extent.
Yes.
We're looking at picking forms and writing.
Yes.
We can have someone who is perfect in verbal, but a written 0.
Yes.
How are we supporting these people to be engaged into the scheme?
We are in Uganda and we have a face that says Yamba Mwina Achese. You go and get someone that knows the English and let them help you translate it. Because now when we get to the competition, the biggest point, we're not going to care about your written, right? We're going to care about your verbal. It is so good and we appreciate God that you even know how to speak English. So you just don't know how to write it. So you go and get someone who knows how to write it and let them translate to you, and they help you translate it to your language, then you append everything on paper. Because now that's the only way we have. You understand? Unless you're trying to say we translate the forms into your local languages, which is again against the rules. Thank you.
My last point. We've got some of us interest of being funders or supporters.
Yes.
In case I stand with a little sister of mine who would love to be a competent, how are we going to handle the issues of not having bribe and then being transparent to the community? In case my sister would love to join and I'm at the same point a funder or a supporter of the event.
One more time, question one more time.
I would love to be part of the funders.
Yes.
And in case I stand with a sister of mine,
Yes.
who is by the age between 14 to 20,
Yes.
probably she qualifies to be part of the event. How are you gonna try to be fair to this community when we have some of the funders being part of the people bidding or having bidders? Because I've ever seen some of these events finding the mother sponsoring and then the kid being a contestant. How are we gonna be fair to the community?
Well, being fair, it comes with the law to shall, first of all, shall be clear. And as I told you earlier, we want to communicate every point we are basing on to make the judgment to the public, to the audience. If we are basing on confidence, you yourself or the eyes will see who has been confident in this aspect. You get? So we shall give you points that we are basing on confidentiality, we are basing on reasoning, we are basing on smartness, we are basing on this. So that also as the judge, we shall base on that to judge or to give a sound judgment. Yes. Yeah, that's...
On top of that, if you're there, you're a funder, you're a sponsor, you have your sister or your daughter You have your money, you want to be a sponsor, but you want to be sponsored because of you want your girl to pass through. Please don't waste your money, don't come.
And I also want to emphasize on
that
something.
That is clear.
That is a point that indicates loopholes and weaknesses in an organization. I also want to tell you this, that Misting Uganda, this is communication. Misting Uganda is a show that comes out. We choose amongst like the team, the crew tells that this one is the best, but also the people have a choice. And the people have the biggest vote. Social media covers 60%. So if you're a funder and you've come, it is true you've come, but then we cannot go against the people's voice. You understand? So if you're coming to Misting Uganda as a sponsor or a funder, yes, you're welcome, but just don't come with other intentions. You understand? So just come with the sweet intentions of supporting a girl child, come with those good intentions of being there for a girl child, but just don't come because you want to take a crown back home, because you're going to get disappointed. Thank you.
And let me still add on, being you were looking at a girl child promotion. Earlier on, we've had Miss events prepared. And instead of supporting our little sisters, they are again being used. Because most of the judges come in, they exchange with them bodies, let us be open, they exchange with them bodies to have their votes being given out. Not looking at the qualifications of the person, and are not looking at the qualities of the person. How are we going to handle this when we still use unprofessional people? Because we're getting media platforms, and we look for someone who has a say on the radio, because you get free hair to talk. Then we look for politicians, we look for MCs and DJs to come and do the missing. How are you going to handle your issue to be at least different from what has been happening, where we've had people running in what they think that is right?
Okay.
I'll answer that because I have experience about it.
Yes.
With that kind of situation, it's about you personally. These people we are looking at, they're not there. They're deciding come and talk to me, I will. They're not the judges. Judges are very different people. They don't trading, they're very different, but they're from different areas, part of Uganda, so if one of the organizers comes up to you now kugamba, it's up to you. Gwengo omuntu. Kubanga sichibala nti it's one of the wing. Toso kwa watu qualifications, you don't have any qualification, you're not brave, you're not smart, never because you slept with one of the organizers. No, the judges tebachimanyi. So ebe mubikola monkokoto gwengo omuntu ne mukiziganya. That's why you see most girls are disappointed at the end, because they think if they sleep with one of the organizers agenda kubako chamuyambako atukeko. No. If you're coming and you have that aim in your brain, please do not come, because techigenda kubeera yo techibayo.
Thank you very much, Miss Ginger City. And also to be clear on something here, I also want to say this. That question comes up, it pops up all the time whenever these competitions come. But I also want to say people have weaknesses. You understand? The mere fact that he has a weakness of doing that, it doesn't mean the whole foundation is that. You understand? So if you happen to be a victim of the story or the situation, you come with the evidence. But I also want to tell you that you are coming, just as she said, that you are coming and we are giving an assurance that that is not applied here and it's not going to work. Let no one lie. You be me, the person who is speaking. Even if no one's the judge, I'm not going to be on the judging team. Even if they choose me tomorrow, I might choose you out, but then the rest of the judges will not choose you out. So sexual exchange is not part of the deal. You understand? Just come and do your thing. Just come and be that confident. Just come and drop that confidence, because sexual exchange is not part of the deal. And I want to assure you on that one. And sexual assault is also a case. So, but unless you exchange on your terms, but as Misting Uganda, we distance away from that. We are not there.
Even though you be part of the team, you be one of the judges. Judges are 4, 3, 5, 6.
Exactly. Yeah, I will be one. The rest will denounce you. Maybe. So tebakuwasuubi mwana ojja kusemba.
No, Medi, it's not about giving.
Are you serious?
It's a different
And that is
audience,
exactly the reason as to why we told you that it's personal weakness. Now you are being told you're gonna give this one, you're gonna give this one, you're gonna give
it's
this
up
one.
to you.
You give everyone, there is no problem.
Up to you.
But I'm gonna drop you one thing. If this one realizes that you gave the other one, they will feel
It's still
envious.
another part of the
Another
story.
trouble.
Sokaji, just don't come with those intentions. Bambi, besides, we are talking about a teen child. How much are you spoiled to that extent that you're going to sleep with? Because these judges are not teens like you. How much are you spoiled to that extent of sleeping with people who are older than you?
Because Med alone is 50 years.
You see. So, thank you so much. Any other question we have there? Sexual assault is not allowed there.
Yeah.
We have a question there? Okay. There's no question.
What is the mission of visiting Uganda?
Let's go to the board member.
Well, the mission of Miss Teen's Foundation, you asked because there are two things here. There's Miss Teen's Foundation and there's Miss Teen's Uganda. So Miss Teen's Uganda is for this year, and Miss Teen's Foundation is the one which is bringing to you Miss Teen's Uganda. You get?
Now apparently, are you combining?
Okay, I'll bring it this way, that Miss Teen's Foundation is bringing you a pageant of Miss Teen's Uganda. You get? So it's not a combination, let's say it's a project of Miss Teen's Foundation as an organization or as a foundation to bring you Miss Teen's Uganda.
And the mission of Miss Teen Foundation?
So the mission of Miss Teen's Foundation is to empower the teens to realize their abilities and also provide resources to maximize their abilities.
Okay, thank you so much. That is the mission, clear sounding. And of course, we are here to empower the girl child, Miss Teen. I'm talking about Miss. If you're a man, you can't be a Miss automatically, you know, unless otherwise. But we're talking about empowering a girl child. And here we are. I also have a question. Anyone with a question there? I'm going to speak on behalf of the population because I'm a journalist and I work in the youth area. You know, whenever we are done with these pageantries, everyone comes and they tell you statements. They all be like, "Oh yo, yakoze you know, like that girl did this in exchange, like that girl did this in exchange for the crown. What?" So we want to be on this platform and listen it from you clearly, the board member, and. Actually, don't assure us because you might assure us because that is who you are. But tell us, is it true? Very many people complain after the pageantry that there are exchanges. If, for example, there is money or exchange of these girls giving something in exchange that I will not speak on camera. So we want to listen from you.
Well, we encounter such issues. People raise a lot of concerns, but then it's not an issue because whoever has raised such concerns has always not come out in public with evidence that maybe we took bribery or maybe we got something from a certain queen. Our procedures are always legit and we always make them known to the public. If in case we are doing a pageant, our judgments or the way we are giving out marks are always known to the public. That we based on such and such a criteria to give out marks. Then, I think basically that's it.
Okay. I had a question here.
The qualifications, obviously, the number one qualification, and is the one you should be Ugandan, age 14 to 20 years of age. That's obviously the age of a teen. Then also you should maybe be linguistic, English, Luganda, Lusoga, Swahili.
Beauty ain't a qualification here.
Beauty ain't a qualification.
What are the benefits of the Miss Teen Uganda?
What
Miss
are the
Teen
benefits of Miss Teen Uganda?
The
Well,
Miss Teen, the winner,
benefits.
the overall winner. What are some of the benefits?
Well, benefits, you mean the prizes?
Exactly.
Prizes. Then
The
during the
programs,
tenure.
yeah.
Okay, then if we are talk about the prizes, then that's a matter within that we are yet to discuss or agree on a certain maybe amount or on a certain price, because each year comes with a prize, and we have been preparing, we have been, organizing Mistin's Ginger City as in a city. So we are looking at a bigger picture, so the prize has to come when it's bigger and bigger. So we as the board, we are sitting, and the talks are within. Then about majorly the tenure, then obviously there's something, for
Buy for a high car.
yeah, there's something. Obviously we can't prepare something big, but then we leave the Miss Teens Uganda, empty-handed. There's something.
Okay.
Yeah, that I can assure you.
Any other question? The teens are here, and do you have any question for him? You have any question for him? You might be there. You have your question there. So you can talk to us. Any question? You have a question?
Can anyone conjure, or it just shows that this one is allowed or this one is not?
One more time?
Can anyone contest if you want to join?
Anyone can contest. Maybe I'll just clarify about the fee. Registration fee is 20,000, and for those who feel like there's a query about the registration fee is meant to cater for the t-shirts, because there's a point where you're going to present the theme. So the t-shirts are going to have a theme, and it's actually called the presentation challenge, where you talk about the theme. So the 20,000 is not bribing the judges or paying out for the foundation. It's catering for the people who are registering for the t-shirt as representing the theme, and you're talking about the theme.
Okay. Another question?
Yeah. Like if you want to join, where do you find you?
Yeah. So if you want to join or rather contests and apply, well, you can contact our acting Miss Queens through her. She will leave her digits, her number or her contact. Then we also have an official email, the foundation email. That's missteensfoundation@gmail.com. missteensfoundation@gmail.com. Then we also have a contact that we shall present to you on our social media platforms, that you shall be sending through the money and all that.
Okay. Any other question?
Yeah. Yes. Well, the competition normally takes place at night, right? At night.
Not really.
Not really. But I heard it normally takes place at night.
Well, why it always takes place at night is because we always encounter some issues, maybe or actually not maybe, we always encounter issues on the day that the people or the audience always come in late. Again, so we always tend to, because the initial program always starts at around 9. We always want to start early so that we end early, because of the contestants. These are young girls, these are teens who need to go back home early, but it's because of the audience, they always come in late a bit, so we determine when to start and all that. But it's not that our program always ends late.
Okay. Another question? No question? Okay, board member.
Another question. What do you consider, like, in overall, what do you consider to take that this is the overall winner?
Yeah, well, we consider a lot of things. As I said at the beginning, this year's Miss Teens Uganda, we want to cite out a lot of things that we are going to base on while judging, so that we pin them, let them be known to everyone who is in the room, so that you can see, because we have had cases of people saying that judges are biased or they are being bribed. So we are taking the initiative of letting the public know what are we basing on. So for example, I'll give you 2 examples. Confidentiality, we shall give you marks basing on confidence. Well, the public will get to know is this participant confident to get, so that we don't have issues of people saying that we are biased. Maybe another issue we shall judge basing on your IQ, your reasoning. You can't get a queen that is not going to reason at all. We need, how are you tackling the problems facing the teens in Uganda? You get, and we are looking at, we are not looking only in a state, we are looking at a larger picture, Uganda as a country. So how are you tackling, let's say if the Miss Uganda is maybe born of ginger, so how are you going to tackle a problem of a teen in Arua? You get? So we are also looking at how you're going to reason at tackling certain problems.
Thank you.
Do I have another question?
Yes. It's like some kids don't have mobile phones, and those who have, they lack data. Now, how will the registration be done when you are in a village?
Okay, when you are in the village, well, we look at involving parents. The kid may not have the phone, or the child may not have the phone, or the girl may not have the phone. But then we look at involving the parents, because first of all, why are we involving the parents? It's security. We want to know that the parent has really agreed to the kid participating. Because there are cases where the kid, yes, will hustle the 20,000 from somewhere else, or will use someone else's number. You get? But then we are involving parents for such issues that the moment we involve a parent can call to the the administration directly. You get? If the child approaches the parent and they have the registration number, or rather they have the registration fee ready, they can call us. Get? And they can talk to us. If they only have the registration fee and the charges, they cannot handle the charges, they can only send the registration fee.
I have another question.
Yes. I'll be like, my question is like just something like similar to like the other guy. Just in case she doesn't have a phone, a big phone, something like a smartphone. Maybe she's in the village, she doesn't have a phone completely. How can her access the registration?
Well, she can get a number, because we are already providing a number. Yeah, we want to prove. Maybe the issue would be how are they going to know about this whole thing?
Exactly.
You get?
Her question.
Yes. So her question was, okay, I'll answer it.
So
how is the person in the village going to know about Miss Teens Uganda?
Yes, she doesn't have a phone, maybe she has a phone, something like that.
Okay, address that one.
So how we are going to do that, we are planning to carry out, okay, first of all, it's our social media platform. Yes, well, the people in the village may not be able to access, but then we're also planning to create flyers, so that the person in Deep Uyende or anywhere else can be able to access our initiative of Miss Teens Uganda. And also, we shall create a drive. We shall also create a drive to go through schools, the remote districts or the remote areas to let them know. Yes. And we shall also sensitize on how it shall be done or be carried out.
Okay. Another question?
Most teens are in schools right now, then boarding schools, and they would like also to take part in the competition. How are you suggesting to come up with it?
Yes, our calendar, if you're so keen, our roadmap rhymes with I have it. Okay, I'll read it out. Our roadmap rhymes with, it goes in hand with the academic, the school's timetable, the officially released academic calendar by the government. So we based on the academic calendar to set out these dates. That in that there's actually a month of August which shall be yeah, which holidays, right?
Yeah.
Holidays. So we shall leave it blank for them to prepare and all that. So we shall be going in schools, letting them know of the dates that are essential, that have already the planned activities. And after that, we also plan to, create a calendar, but in paper form. Yeah, so that we shall give it out to the contestants on the day of auditions, those who have gone through, and even those who maybe want. Before actually the auditions, we shall be passing through schools and providing all the details.
Okay, I'll go back to the board member programs you have for the teen child as we wrap up.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of programs. I'll just read you the roadmap of how our programs are going to run. Well, we have had activities run the past months or the past days. We started with 5th June. We're celebrating the World Environment Day, since our theme is our green heritage. We want to conserve nature and be able to preserve the sustainability of what the future generation shall conserve and enjoy. So 5th June we had World Environment Day, and we had some of our queens involved in the activity. Then 11th June we're unveiling this year's theme, 11th June, which is our green heritage. Then 24th June, which is today, we are officially launching the whole aspect of Miss Teens Uganda. And it starts today, and applications should be running in by Monday. Then 26th June, we shall be celebrating the World's Day Against Drugs, since it's an issue that has been really affecting us, the teens, the young girls, the school dropouts. So we are looking at celebrating. We shall have activities, sensitizing the young girls or the teens on the effects of drugs, if you're to use drugs. And 31st of next month, which is July, we shall have the deadline for applications. Quote me, applications start on Monday. Today is 24th. Saturday. So applications after tomorrow, which is Sunday, applications start on Monday, and the deadline for application is on 31st of July next month. And 2nd September we shall have auditions, so we shall be sieving out the capable contestants, the ones who are going to be showcasing their talents, ideas, their reasoning and all that. Then on 4th September we shall be unveiling the final contestants, so a list shall come out of those who have been able to pass at the screening, or those who have been able to surpass the auditions. Then on 9th September we shall have the presentation challenge. That's more of talk about the theme, the contest. We shall have contestants talk about the theme and present the theme in the way they think it shall suit the contestant, rather the teens they are influencing. Then on 1st October, so there's a month of August before October, right? So there's that month that we have left out, no activities running. The kids, the teens will be in holidays, so we shall give them that ample time for preparations and all that. They should sit down and see what's fit, and they should just prepare. Then on 1st October we shall be voting for Miss Socialite. People, the teen who has influenced more on socials or social media platforms. So we shall be able to communicate which platform we can decide to do Facebook, but of which there's also a debate on Facebook, because Facebook is not reliable, that there are very many accounts being created, and okay, there's also a debate about that. But then we're also looking at various platforms like Instagram. Maybe there are those people who are not well versed with Instagram, but it's just an initiative to introduce such things among the teens, because it's a platform that can be able to influence other teens. But then it's just still in the house, but it shall be communicated on which platform is going to suit the teens and which platform is going to be chosen. Then 2nd October we shall have announcement of the winner, that we shall announce whoever has won the Miss Socialite. Then 1st of November we shall have boot camp preparations. So by that time we should have communicated to already the contestants that, you know what, this and this is what we expect. And expectations of the boot camp is basically fun, getting to know each other, because this setup is not who is winning only, because no one is winning, no one is failing. We are all succeeding, because we all have a goal of, you know, of influencing the teens or keeping them busy and helping the problems facing the teens. Then on 10th December we shall have a boot camp reporting. We shall be able to communicate where the boot camp shall be, and the contestants shall be able to arrive for the boot camp. And 16th December, that's the grand finale. That's when everything is going to take place. That's when we shall be able to choose our Miss Teens Uganda. 16th December. This very year, not next year, this very year.
Okay.
So that's the roadmap.
Thank you so much, board member, and thank you so much the queens that are here with us. Thank you so much the audience. Thank you so much the people who joined us live on camera. I must say today is 24th June and Miss Teen Uganda is officially launched. You go down, write your application, drop them. If you don't have a mobile phone, you go to your respective LC chairpersons. We're gonna drop the application forms, but you can get us on the number.
The number is 07 4388 4623. I beg your pardon. It's 07 4388 4623.
Yes.
I repeat it again.
Yep.
I think one last time.
Sure.
07 4388 4623.
Wow, that is nice. So you can, by all means, if you're a girl child between the age of 13 to 20, you have a platform for you to celebrate your beauty, to celebrate your boldness and confidence, a platform for you to be put up in Africa, because after here we're going for Miss Teen Africa, and it's a big platform for you wherever you are. Just join us in the journey of making our environment, celebrating our green heritage. This is Miss Teen Uganda. We meet again. We are dropping the application form. We're starting on Monday. The deadline is 31st. Just be a part of the beautiful pageantry and you'll never regret. Thank you so much. My name is Tony Douglas and
Our last Jacob.
Achan Josephine.
Barbara.